Welcome to the October edition of the Missouri School Boards Association's Board Report. Filing for the next school board election is only a couple of months away. There are many things that districts can do between now and the start of filing to prepare. MSBA's Associate Executive Director of Leadership Development, Catherine Hairston, says that this is a great time to start communicating with the community about the upcoming election process.
So what I think districts and boards should be doing to prepare for candidate filing is getting the word out. Letting people know, informing the community. It's so important to have the best people serve on the school board, the people who care about the district, who are advocates for the community. And so getting the word out about the openings that you have, and then also informing people, what is it really like to be on a board? And we really encourage you to have some sort of a community forum of sorts, and we actually have a draft presentation that you can just download free off the website, plug in your information, and it's good to go.
Catherine emphasized the important work of school board members and how having an informed community affects elections.
Because of the importance of school board members and the impact that they have on the success of a school district and of a community, helping community members understand that voting in this election truly can change the trajectory of a district and of a community.
Catherine also says that MSBA has numerous resources to help potential school board candidates from filing to election.
For candidates, we have a whole page just devoted to a candidate with what does it mean to be a board member? We have some flyers on how to actually file. The law behind it, our attorneys wrote this really great thing, which is awesome that's new this year. And then we also actually have a module that you can work through at your own rate. It's interactive that really kind of explains what does it mean to be on a school board? What does it look like? What are your duties as a board member?
Visit the MSBA website for all of the resources and training modules available to school boards and potential candidates. Additionally, you can learn about required notices, dates and times for filing, candidate qualifications, financial disclosure statements, and more at MSBA's Board Candidate Filing and Elections webinar held on November 4th at 1 p.m. This webinar is recommended for superintendents, board secretaries, and other central office staff involved in candidate filing. Find more information also on the MSBA website. Did you know that MSBA's Center for Education Safety team has a book? The Essential 5 Field Guide from the CES team is a must-have resource for school leaders facing the unthinkable. Designed for board members and superintendents, this practical handbook breaks crisis response into critical phases. CES's Chief Operating Officer, John McDonald, explains how the book was created and why a resource like this is needed for school leaders.
And what we've done is we've talked to school board members, superintendents, and principals across the country that have experienced significant tragic events. And we interviewed them for the book. And this is really a CES project. We brought in all of our team members at CES. They're all part of the development and writing of this book. From preschool through high school, we train our kids. We train them on lockdown, what to do in a threatening active shooter environment. We train them on fire drills, where to go, how to evacuate. We train them on what to do in a tornado and how to shelter in place. But what we're not doing is we're not training our leaders on how to manage those crisis events. So we train our kids, we spend time with our teachers, we train our principals, and then it stops. Who's training the leaders? Who's having the open, honest, direct, relevant conversations with those leaders who keep schools safe? Those leaders that are making the decisions moment in time in the first 5 minutes, 5 hours, and 5 days that define the next 5 years.
John says that after a crisis, lost time is lost trust, and that's where the handbook comes in.
Following crisis, you often have a limited amount of time to win back your school. And if you don't win back your school, then you really face some pretty significant issues, including loss of trust from your community. And trust is hard earned and harder to keep. So how do we keep that trust that we've spent so much time, so much energy building, only to lose it because we're not communicating well, because we're not transparent, because we're not getting the information out fast enough? All of this matters moment in time. Our parents demand to know, our kids want to know, our teachers expect us to share what we know. That transparency is key. We try to lift that up through the book.
The Essential 5 is available in paperback and on Kindle. Visit the MSBA website for more information. And last but certainly not least, thank you to all who hosted and attended MSBA's fall regional meetings. Meetings were held in all of the state's 17 regions as attendees gathered to network, learn, and share with fellow public school leaders to ensure all students succeed. That's it for this month. Thanks for allowing us to have some time at your board meeting, and we'll see you in November for the next MSBA Board Report.